Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is International Masculine Chain, and this is going to be my first cast in like 10 days or something. I've been very busy recently doing exams and preparation and other stuff like getting a job, so hence I haven't been doing much chess lately. So this is going to be my first one in a while, and I'm going to pass my friend Hackslayer again. I've been casting him for a very long time. And so far this opening looks like a King's Indian, but white has finished with both bishops, so it's kind of different. And I'm not sure about c6. I think c6 might be not that great, but I mean, this is really the only idea that black has though. So I guess there's nothing wrong with this. But oh, so here I think just take on d5, knight takes, queen takes. I think queen takes, knight f6, queen d3. I think that this opening actually looks to be fairly good for white now. Actually, let me see who white is first. Okay. So there's 5 minutes like 2000, 3 minutes like this. Let's say 2500. Okay. So just a really quick recap. And let's see here, knight f6, and probably queen d3 is the move here. Queen d2. Okay. So not exactly sure what's happening here. Let's try maybe bishop g4 or bishop e6. I think that black is a bit worse here because he did play a5 in this kind of line, which I'm not quite sure if it's that useful. Seems that white is totally fine right now, and I'm kind of curious to see what black's going to do here. I think that he really needs to play d5 in some case, in some way. If he doesn't play d5, he's going to be in a world of trouble. And let's say my ping. Okay, good. I'm not lagging. So Hackslayer just thinking, and let's think with them. Bishop e6. That's what I thought he was going to do. Now rook d1, rook d8. Okay, knight g5 and bishop c8, g4. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what he did there. Bishop f3. Okay, so I guess he'll just take it. Because this bishop, once you take this bishop away, then the light squares are kind of weak. And I think that's bishop h6. Holy cow. It's a cool move, actually. I wasn't expecting that move, and it's not a bad move, I would say. I think white has to take on g4 first, or just h4, because actually he can't even play h4 because taking on f3. So knight takes g4 and probably queen e2, or maybe I think black's actually threatening to just take on f2 if he plays h3. Take on f2 and then take and bishop takes g5, and black's just up a pawn. So this tactical melee has sort of helped black a lot. So yeah, knight takes f2 looks to be very strong here, I would say. Knight takes f2, just queen takes, and just sharp pieces and take on g5. So black's just up a pawn. There we go. And I don't think white has anything here, because if he takes on f7 or something, he just takes on d1 check. Yeah. So so black's just up a pawn. Very nice tactical idea there. I totally missed that. It's a great play by black. So bishop a3. So pretty much I think white's going to try to win this pawn, which I think he should be able to win this pawn, because, well, there's really not much he can do about it. He can do rook e6 and bishop e7, and I think that'll be it. Maybe rook c8 first, forcing c4, but c4 kind of helps white. So I would say bishop e7 is probably the best move here. Oh, there you go. Keep the color scheme. I have this problem all the time. So bishop e7, rook d5. And probably gonna move my king to e6. So if I'm black, I play f6, rook a6, king f7, king e6. But of course, actually rook c8 first, rook c8 first, rook c8, and b6. Yeah, rook c8, b6. Yeah, I think that this rook has to go on c6 actually, because white's gonna play c4, c5, and it's gonna come in pretty fast. So okay, rook c6, c4, b6. So I guess this is kind of close to what I thought was going to happen. That b6 has to be played here. He has to protect the pawn a5. Then after black moves the king to e6, he should be actually pretty good here. I think that f5. Oh, come on, f5. He has to play b6. He pushed too early. I don't think he has to push this guy because now he just loses pawn. He didn't have to lose pawn at all. That's the thing. Like, the pawn was perfectly safe, and I think that was a crucial mistake there. I don't know why he did that, because now he plays c4, and now I mean, I don't really see the point of giving up the a5 pawn like that, because black was just up a pawn, and white was pretty much not in a very good position there. So game 7, and rook b5, rook c7. So now he has a pawn. He's probably going to play b4 a5 or b4 c5. No, maybe not that way. Maybe rook d5, b4 c5. Oh, he can't even play b4 because the rook takes c4. Okay, so obviously black is still slightly better, I would say, but because he doesn't have the pawn anymore, it's not quite as good as before. He's going to trade rooks here. Rook b6, rook d5. Okay, g5, and what's going to happen now? Rook d1. I would try to move this rook somewhere. Let's say h5, and h5 is not a bad move, I would say. I would get my rook to c8 to bishop e7, and well, the thing is, I think that white actually could play c5 at any time, and after bishop e4, of course, bishop e4 and c5. So that's why losing the pawn was kind of retarded, and I think that Hackslayer totally wasn't playing the best game there. But I mean, if he wins this game and turns out white never plays c5, I guess it doesn't really matter, but that's pretty much what white has here. He can play c5 now, which has to be stopped with b6, and b6 could just stop the a5 pawn from losing there earlier, and rook b6. Oh, that's kind of sneaky. So I guess rook b5 is forced now. Rook b5, rook takes, a takes, and what? Whoa, that's very, very, wow. Okay, okay, so that's cool. Game 7, rook d7, king e6. I mean, white can go for draw here, which I would not fault him for doing so, but I think that white can play for win here because, actually both sides can play for a win here. h4, and I will move this guy to bishop f6 or somewhere here. Bishop e7 would be bad because of rook d7, obviously. Rook b2 check. Okay, that's a good move because game 3 e4 is mate. So rook b2 first, and now probably bishop f6 here. Yeah, bishop f6. Now whites, if you want, you can probably go for perp, but rook d7, king g6, of course. So it's not exactly a perp. So white still is in a bit of trouble here, and I would say that it's kind of tricky here. e4, I'm not sure. Not sure about e4. I think f4 could have been better, but because now this pawn b7 is probably going to be dropping, and king e7. Okay, so d5, king e6, king e6, of course. I think that's forced. Rook b5. Huh. c2. Of course, you can't trade those rooks off because then black will have no win chance. I think he might be lost there actually. So c5, probably king d7 here, or maybe bishop d4, king d7, bishop a7. So of course black has to move fast because otherwise he's just gonna lose this game pretty soon, and that would be not the best return game that I've seen. Oh, so he takes that. Okay, I see what he did there. Probably rook takes or king takes f5, bishop. Okay. What is what's black gonna do here? Rook a2. Oh, there we go, and that is game. So fortunately, that was not the best game I've casted, but at least it's a game. And yeah, my apologies for taking so long to cast the game, but I've been very busy, and I probably won't be casting too often nowadays. I try to cast a bit more than before, but before was like once in a week, once in a week and a half, I think. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye bye.